Sumeru versus Fontaine. Which one I liked more? So I decided, instead of making these two regions one by one, why just not make one mega video? And so I asked my audience which one they liked more, and this is what they had to say. And if you're wondering on which side I am, well, you'll just have to stay until the end to find out. And so I wonder, just how many days will it take me to cover two of the biggest regions in the game? Well, let's find out. Alright, and so let's begin this massive journey. Alright, so the journey begins by us passing out and waking up in this place, which looks absolutely amazing, although I have no idea what it is. But looks gorgeous though. I will say this immediately feels at least a million times better than Chasm. Like in this few minutes that I've played this region, it already feels much better, so that's a good start. Where the hell did we end up? We went into a cave and now we're God knows where. Now we're in like in a Zuma type of ish area. So I accidentally left. Please don't tell me I'll have to do all over again. It feels like a will. Yep, we'll have to do it all over again. Fuck's sakes. And of course this guy awaits us, as always. This guy just can't get enough, can he? Alright, we finally left that place. It was interestingly looking, but a tiny bit annoying, admittedly by my own mistakes, but this guy is sending us to Sumeru City. I have no idea how it looks, so that's gonna be pretty interesting to see. Although admittedly, these guys have a pretty cool place. If I live here, I wouldn't move to a city neither. Okay, you can use ships around Sumeru as well. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, so this is the Sumeru City. It is a little bit something like those guys lived, but you know, but a city, not just a few houses. Okay, the city looks pretty cool. And these guys have some sort of a technology going on here as well. It's some sort of an earpiece or something. So it's something like in DBZ where they use the power scaler meter.
It's over 9,000! What?
Admittedly, it's a very nice looking city. Funny how in the city these guys can call, but anywhere else in this world, you cannot. Well, Sumeru is definitely not short on cutscenes, but on the positive, they are voiced. And the story seems to be rather interesting. Alright, we're gonna head to the Port Ormus, which is the next location. Alright, that is quite a distance away. Let's begin the adventure. Not the biggest channel I ever swam across, but hey, it'll do. Holy fuck, this dude is huge. I mean, obviously, he's no longer, you know, alive, but damn. I mean, how fortunate that we have a ship to enter the port. Let's park our boat somewhere around here. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, and that's on the inside. Looks pretty dope. Did they really just give away 500,000 more for the quest? I swear to God, if this quest will not bring the money back, because I'm really gonna need it. The next banner is just around the corner. Okay, apparently these guys are scammers. Now I would like to see my Mora back. Exactly. Alright, thankfully we got our money back. Why does she look so cool? Looks like a little rock star. So we got some sort of a canned knowledge. Let's try it out. I don't know whether it's supposed to increase our damage or something, but I can't say I feel much difference. Alright, so this by how much increased our damage? 0.7%, so yeah, that's exactly, that's basically zero. By the way, I wish the port would have at least a few more teleportations, like maybe here and I don't know, here. It's a bit annoying right now. Alright, the first act completed, and a second act begins. Not entirely sure what's going on here, but for some reason we keep repeating the same content. Clearly something's going on here. We seem to remember that we did this before. Okay, I think we met Nihada, right? That's the little 5-star lady. So apparently we were stuck in some sort of a curse that made us relive the same day, each day, every day. And this little lady right here helped us to break that loop. But unfortunately, other guys are in the loop as well. And our job is to save them, of course. Trying to solve these time loops kind of remind me a little bit of Inception. I don't know, it kind of gives me those kind of vibes. Clearly somebody's running experiments on us. I will say though, I do like this concept of this loop and trying to break out of it. However, they did stretch it quite far, I would say. It's already like 6th or 7th loop maybe that I'm doing. It's quite sad that this lady is no longer alive. However, in this cycle, in this loop, she still is. It's definitely an interesting and unique questline. I mean, it's definitely the most unique questline I've done in this game. And it almost feels kind of like a short movie or something, you know? I believe we're breaking the loop. Not exactly in the way that we would have imagined, but hey, whatever gets the job done, right? So my lady, dance your heart away and break the loop away. I'm sorry, but she's alive? They literally told us that, well, she's gone. That's it, we didn't make it in time. Huh? I mean, a happy ending, I guess, but, you know, the whole point was like this emotion that, you know, we didn't make it in time and, you know, we had to make it up somehow, and she made it in spirit to see the last dance and so on and so forth, and I guess she's alive and well. There we go. I will say though, I really like this questline. It's among my favorite questlines in this game. For very different reasons. It had nothing to do with combat or fighting or anything. It was just very unique. It almost felt like a movie or something. Like I said, the only thing I wish it was shorter for its own good. There we go. Another questline begins. Alright, who's this guy? So yes, this guy is controlling all of those people with a device that we received in the beginning of the Sumeru region. Alright, we're being sent to a new location. Let's explore. That's some pretty cool looking woods. They're massive. It's gonna be interesting to check it out. But for now, let's continue to the quest. And so good morning everybody. This is next day. Of course, this is a long journey. So I don't know how many days it's gonna take me. That's gonna be very interesting to see, but yeah, let's begin the day. Let's start questing. Alright, we're gonna get attacked, but I'm sure we're gonna be just fine. Or not. I don't know. I'm slightly confused what's going on, but I'm sure I will figure it out. This guy looks pretty menacing. Alright, so apparently we lost Nihira. She probably got captured, so now we need to rescue her. Alright, we're being sent to the new location. I haven't been here yet. And why does this kind of look like it's gonna be a desert or something? Does this game have a desert? Because I like deserts, so if it does, it's gonna be pretty cool. But first, I have to claim my daily rewards. Alright, there we go. Oh hell yeah man, come on! There's a freaking desert! And it looks so fucking good though. Oh, I'm gonna love it. Well, I hope I do. I don't know what kind of quest we're gonna have there, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. Alright, I like the way it looks. I mean, of course, there's a sandstorm going on, but you know, it's a desert. What do you expect? And obviously, there has to be a scorpion. Alright, now we have a little bit of a better view. And it looks like it's gonna be a pretty massive desert. What a cool looking town. That is awesome. I like how she has different color eyes. Alright, Act 3 completed. Huh, I wonder what's down there. Looks pretty interesting. And Act 4 begins. I can't, man, the desert looks so good. It seems to be like there's gonna be quite a lot of dialogues in this area, but I'm all in for the looks, man. I'm absolutely all in. So far we're getting quite a lot of talkie and not enough walkie around the desert. Admittedly, I would love to explore a little bit more of it, but I'm sure we'll get there. This little kid's grandpa got probably abducted, so we're trying to find him and help him. These guys wants to cut off her arm as a trade to release the prisoners, which is a pretty messed up deal, but I guess they will not have to go through it. Oh right, that's quite the journey to get there. I would also love to unlock this along the way. I really like how this region has plenty of these. It does make the life a little bit easier. It's supposed to be somewhere down here. Not entirely sure where. I don't see anything. There might be a passageway somewhere to get underneath the sand. I'm not sure. Yeah, at least for now, I have no idea how to open it. We'll figure out a little bit later. That's like from the movies. Okay, there's a pyramid and then there's another almost like reversed pyramid. I can't wait to explore it. So from up close, it looks even cooler. I have no idea what's gonna be down there, but I'm sure it's gonna be pretty interesting. And there's another one time. Okay. And another one here, so there's 3 of them. Oh wow. Okay, now that I got closer, it got so dark and, well, honestly, first of all, very cool, but kind of a little bit spooky almost. Oh, that's a nice chest. Thank you. Again, it shows to go beneath, but I don't see any way in, so I'll have to figure out. I mean, I'll probably have to Google because I imagine probably all 3 of them gonna be somewhere beneath the sands. But that's something we're gonna figure out later on. I mean, from afar it didn't look so big, but it is massive. Holy fuck. I don't know what it is about the deserts, but I really like deserts. Like any game I play and it has desert, and I just love it, man. I don't know what it is. It's just giving me such a, I don't know, like a grand scale of adventure. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain, but I really like it. When I played Black Desert Online and I went to the desert for the first time, it looked so fucking awesome. Yeah, I loved it as well. So if you're making games and it's an adventure game, one desert for me, please. Alright, so here's the grandpa of the little child. These guys were supposed to bring more people, but they did not uphold their bargain. So Dia got really pissed off, understandably so. I think we're about to get sucked in. Holy frick, grandpa. If you could have done this, why didn't you save yourself? What the hell? What just happened? So now that we got sucked in, my question is maybe now I can actually find these one-time entries? Let's see. I also wonder what we're gonna find down here. Let's make our way inside. It does look pretty beautiful on the inside, to be honest. Surprisingly, there's even some nature in here. Of course, there's a puzzle, as always. Alright, we solved the puzzle. That got us into some sort of an ancient elevator. Oh, it's so beautiful. So gorgeous. I will say, so far, Sumeru probably has the most in-depth story going on. The longest one for sure as well, but the most in-depth one by far. And I'm all in for it. It's long, but I'm actually enjoying it, so I honestly don't mind. So after seeing the memories of the king and Nihada, everybody realized that they have nothing against each other, and the only people they have anything against are the sages. So now we have a common enemy, and we know who to go after. Ooh, what a chest. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gosh, when you look at it from here, it doesn't look that big, but when you come close, damn, that pyramid is enormous. And so Act 4 is complete. I actually liked Act 4 a lot. It was super enjoyable. Oh, and by the way, we also got to rank 45. So that's pretty cool. Although we will not ascend just yet, we will leave that for another time. And the Act 5 begins. So plan is simple. I don't know what's the plan because they discussed and I just got a cutscene of how they discussed. But the idea is, now that we know nobody's enemies except the sages, we need to save Nihara and defeat the sages. How we gonna do that? Well, I guess we'll see. And this is the third day. I wonder how many more days will this take to complete, but we'll see, we'll see. So this time we made it back to this beautiful looking location, but with a mission. This guy has an absolute god syndrome. He wants to essentially become a god. Well, technically they want to create a god, so... What a good story, man. This is one of the best stories so far in this game. It feels really fleshed out. I guess our plan didn't go according to the plan. One of us got knocked out and we probably gonna get exiled. Although this guy is smiling, so maybe things did go according to the plan. But we got locked up. Alright, now they're gonna explain to me what we're gonna do. They're gonna give me bits of the plan in pieces. Alright, the game gave us a chance to play as this lady. It's pretty cool to try out new characters. I actually quite like the way it looks. Her skills are pretty cool. Oh, there we go. Our friends busted us out. It's time to rescue Nihara. She's giving us this thing? What is it supposed to do? Alright, that's an interesting looking place. Let's see what we will find here. Holy shit, what is that? Is this the god that they created? I would guess so. Are we gonna fight him? We probably will, right? That looks pretty cool. Alright, we get to fight this guy? Fuck yeah, let's go. What does this thing do? I have no idea. Okay, he can summon wind currents for me? I'm not entirely sure what that will do for me though. He's not super strong, maybe at least in the questing he isn't. Maybe outside of the questing he will be, I don't know, but in the quest you can just kind of just stand, do nothing and tank. But I have a feeling that's not gonna be the case outside the quest. If you can fight him outside, I don't know. Alright, so he fused with his bottom half. Holy fuck. Alright, now this is getting interesting. He's huge. What the hell, man? He's beyond massive. How are you even supposed to attack this guy? This is ridiculous. I swear to God. I'm doing no damage to him. Clearly, I'm supposed to do something, which I don't know what, because I'm absolutely not doing any damage. But this guy looks absolutely dope. The coolest boss by absolute margin. He completely blows the dragon out of the water. Honestly, even the Ancient God quest I did in the beginning of the UI, again, absolutely blows it away. Just, he looks so cool, man. And the fact that you fight him in this, well, big stage, you know, he doesn't get small or something for you, he's still huge, absolutely awesome. Come on, Nihida, 1v1 him. Surely you can do this. I guess she couldn't do that. Okay, maybe she can 1v1 him. So Nihida transferred us a whole bunch of knowledge. She trapped this guy in a cycle, in the loop, for 170 times, and then she transferred all that battle knowledge to us. Now, it's time to use it. We also get to play as Nihida. Okay, now we actually doing damage to this guy. Okay, he absolutely whooped my ass with one of these attacks. But he is super uncomfortable to fight. As uncomfortable as it was to fight this big and huge thing, it was super cool. Ah yes, we're back at this place. So she's the previous Akron, and she looks exactly like Nihida. What can I say? This region has by far the most complete and by far the strongest story. And it's not even close. Maybe the next region will give it a run for its money, but so far, this is my favorite region. Story-wise at least, that's without a question. Was there a lot of talk? Yeah. Was there a lot of dialogues? Yeah. Was it long? Absolutely. But I absolutely loved the story of Sumeru. And so, that concludes the Act 5. And so what can I say? Sumeru was absolutely awesome. Honestly, it didn't felt like I played a game, it felt like I watched a movie. Honestly, more even like a TV show because it was so long. But it was good, so I didn't care. I absolutely loved it. And from what I understand, from now we're gonna start making our way to the next region. And I think that Sumeru is done, although we still have a little bit of the desert to explore. Act 6 begins. As you can see, we have a little bit of desert here, and actually quite a big part here to explore. So I don't know, we'll see if the game will send us here, but if it doesn't, eventually I will explore it myself anyway. Oh, there we go, old friends we haven't seen in a while. I don't think we saw this guy since like Mondstadt. I think this is the first time I'm doing a mission and Paimon is not around and it feels so quiet. It just doesn't feel right. Nobody's talking garbage. You would think that would be annoying, but once you don't hear the garbage, you kinda start to miss it. But the place does look interesting. I wonder what we're gonna find here. Aside from slimes, of course. This quest line is a little bit annoying if I'm being honest. Not the most fun one. And so Act 6 is complete now. Indeed, bye-bye Sumeru. As one journey ends, another begins. I love desert, but this place looks gorgeous as hell as well. Huh, they sent us all the way here and didn't even give us a chance to explore this area. But that's okay, that's what we're gonna do in some other video. But it is a bit of a shame that they didn't even give us a chance to experience half the desert. And look at this, I have no idea what this is. Let's maybe go back just a little bit, just to take a quick peek. I like how you have this massive desert on one side and this like oceanic type of lands on the other side. Complete vast difference between two, but hey, it kinda mix, right? It kinda mixes. But I'm more interested in what the hell is that? It looks, well, pretty beautiful, I have to say, but I have no idea what it is. It's also a tree, alright, but it's a massive one. We'll get to those next time. This video is gonna be massively long as it already is. Let's just take a quick, like brief 2 seconds summary of Sumeru, and it goes like this. It was fucking awesome. That's it. That's all I can say. I absolutely loved it. It was so good. It felt like a movie or like a TV show. Honestly, I didn't even feel like I'm playing a game. I felt like I watched a TV series, but a good TV series. That's the thing. It was good. The story was awesome. It was the most fleshed out story of them all. The strongest one, the best one, and the most interesting one. And I had absolute blast playing in Sumeru. And I will absolutely be back to explore the rest of it. Now, as far as Fontaine goes, I don't know how's the story gonna be. Is the story gonna be good or strong? I have no idea. But we're gonna find out here in a second. But as far as the region itself goes, as much as I loved Sumeru, Fontaine is the most beautiful region for me in the whole game. I love it. I absolutely love it. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And the Act 1 of Fontaine begins. And good morning everybody, this is day 4 and let's continue the adventure. So she's the Hydra Archon, got it. That was a little bit easier to find her than some of the other ones. She's quite cocky, I have to say. She's like me, I'm powerful, I'm a god, you're all my subjects, I'm an excellent and other gods are useless. She's quite a cocky lady. Okay, so she said that we're gonna fight. I didn't ask to fight her, but hey, I'll take the challenge. A duel in court? That sounds kinda whack. I don't know about that, man. How about we just put our swords together and see how it goes? I will say, after the heist of Sumeru, this feels a little bit weird, but in a good way, it's actually quite fun. I swear to god, this has to be the longest lift ride in the world. I think there's a boat system in Fontaine, isn't there, right? I think I saw it somewhere in shorts or something, I think. Aqua bus, okay. So I guess we're gonna be taking a boat ride all the way to the city. I believe we're arriving at the capital. I haven't explored any of it. I've been here once to unlock the map, so it would be a little bit easier to look for the materials I need. But that's it, I haven't explored any of it. It does look absolutely gorgeous. As far as any town in this game goes, this blows any other town out of the water, like out of the water, like literally. This town and this whole region looks absolutely superb. It's a 10 out of 10. The only problem with this, it's very multi-leveled. If you need something, it can be quite the hassle. Alright, so this is the Opera House of Fontaine. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Let's take a viewpoint. There we go. That's nice. Oh wow, it looks so gorgeous from the inside. Although it's a little bit empty. I hope more people will show up, because we're kind of alone. We're getting the VIP treatment. Oh, there we go. That's the guy we're gonna summon tomorrow. Alright, so Nuvillet is actually quite a big guy. He's the head chief of the Justice Department. I'm actually starting to like this guy. At least a few people showed up, otherwise we would have been alone here. Would have been a little bit awkward. Let's watch a magic show. Let's see if this guy's good. Alright, they put quite a good show on. Clearly this was not the part of the show. So now we're gonna be an attorney. It's rather a weird storyline, but an interesting one. Like, it's absolutely nothing what I expected, but I'll take it. Let's begin our investigations. There is so much investigation to do in the story, and Paimon has the school glasses. Alright, it's time to start the court session. Let the battle begin. A legal one, that is. Well, apparently we defended our client well. He's not guilty, but it was a little bit too long of a quest for my liking. Honestly, this would have been super cool if it was like, I don't know, an hour long, but I think it's like around 2.5 maybe to 3 hours long, and I enjoyed it, but it would have been extremely cool if it was a little bit more compressed. This guy just turned into water, just vaporized mid-sentence. I think we can finally leave this place. And so the Act 2 begins. That's the boss. What? I fought her so many times now. Holy shit, what's going on here? We got attacked by machines, of all things. I don't know who she is, I don't know what is going on. Looks pretty dope though. What are these tunnels? Alright, I'm not sure where we're going, but we are being sent to some sort of underground tunnels. Little kids, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you guys be up top? This place doesn't look all that good. Although I can see there's quite a few kids playing around, so I guess people live down here. This is the dark side of Fontaine. There's even a shop. She says her fund's been a little tight. Yeah, that's not a little, that's a lot. So we're being sent to some sort of a mines or something? And it looks quite interesting. There's even a ship down there. That's quite the fish. Let's look around the ship. Kitty, an orange one. I don't think I saw an orange one just yet. But I think this one is broken. He's not doing the orange cat activities. He should be zooming all around the ship. Yeah, that's a broken orange cat. Definitely. It's like we finished one investigation and now we immediately moved into another. And it's like, it's cool, but one would be enough. I don't know. And especially the first one was quite long, so I don't know. If possible, I would rather not do the second one, but it is what it is. I guess that's the quest line, we have to go through it. So the quest is sending us underwater, and well, usually I'd be surprised, but like I said, I was pre-farming a little bit of materials, so I was aware that that is possible, and that's one of the best things for me in this region. I actually really enjoy this underwater stuff. It is so beautiful, there's so much to explore, and it feels quite fun as well. The only thing I don't really like is the combat. It's quite jerky and really not that fun, to be honest. There's, you know, nothing really interesting about it. You just sort of click the first mouse and then that's about it. I wonder, Paimon, how are you talking? But that is okay, I guess. Now I have to do the same thing that I did with the traveler. Now I have to do with this lady. And it's, you know, not the most interesting thing. I was watching a cutscene and all of a sudden I appeared in the middle of the ocean. What is this sign? Party setup? Okay, this is the first time I see this. That is so cool. Where I live, we have a sea museum and we have actually a very similar place. You can actually walk in the middle of the water essentially and you can see fishes swim around. So it's actually very similar. To be honest, I wish you could swim underwater in all of the regions. If I'm being honest, that would be nice. I can't understand why that is not a possibility, of course, because other regions have been created way earlier than the last one, so, you know, I get it. But it'd be nice. It is nice to finally get out of the city, and it's nice to have a little bit of combat as well, and most importantly, exploration. This guy just absolutely smacked child. He was like, rules are the rules. Sit your ass down, boy. And so the second act is now complete. And the third act begins. And good morning, everybody. This is day 5. And you might have noticed something a little bit different today. I don't know, maybe it's Jean, maybe it's her. No, I think it's him, right? There's something different about him. Oh wait, this is the guy that I'm talking about. So guys, yesterday I received this guy, and obviously that is a pretty major upgrade. Just to briefly go about him, he is already level 80. I have this thing on him, which is also level 80. I don't have anything better for him right now. I haven't upgraded the talents yet. I don't have the materials. This is the artifact set that I'm currently rocking on him, and these are the single individual pieces that I have on him right now. But since this video is not about him, let's continue the journey. So Child got arrested, and well, essentially, who knows, probably for nothing because, well, there's no charges. And Monsieur Nevillet wants us to go and inspect whether he's still good. Did he escape the prison or something? Because interestingly enough, the authority of Fontaine have no authority over the prison, which is a bit weird, but I guess, sure. I mean, I'm down for it. So they're gonna make some false accusations that we did something and send us to prison. Sure, that sounds like fun. I will say that this story is kind of sounding a little bit better than the previous one, with all the courts and everything and in the investigations. That sounds cool, but it wasn't too interesting. This sounds, going to the prison, sounds a lot more fun. We'll see though, we'll see. Alright, it's time to head down to prison. We've been a naughty boys. That's quite a fancy entrance to the prison, but not gonna complain, I guess. I wonder what they're gonna think when Neville himself comes in and says, "Hey guys, I'm arrested." I know, that's not how it works, but you know. Alright, so this is the prison, eh? I mean, this definitely feels a little bit more like a prison. I mean, we're the guards. At this point, we could just walk away. Although the crime is eating a cake, so I don't know. Doesn't make us look like $1 million. Neville could have went for something a little bit more cool, like, I don't know, doing a robbery and stealing 10 million more or something. Not eating a cake. Alright, let's take our prison pictures. Another one from the side. And obviously Paimons. So far, this questline is way more fun than the last one. If that's the prison view, count me in. Are these the guards or something? They look like that. So this is the prison warden, eh? Alright, so there's a whole prison system. Alright. I mean, not the nicest place in the world to sleep, but it'll do, I guess. I mean, it is a prison, so nothing like waking up in the morning in the prison. Alright, the guard is already screaming at us to get to the work zone. Well, it's a prison, so that's exactly what you would expect. Getting the full inmate experience. Alright, so they assigned us some prison work. I'm a little bit confused how this works. Okay, got it, so you just need to jump. Alright, understood, that is not that difficult. We literally spent a whole act getting these guys to be not guilty and being their attorneys just for us to turn away and see them end up being in prison anyways. Completely useless. What is happening here? Are we getting his memories or something? Oh, it was a dream. Got it. Another day, another shift. The only kind of annoying thing in this prison that it is pretty fucking huge and there's quite a lot of running. Otherwise, it's pretty cool. I like it. And so Act 3 is completed. And the Act 4 begins. I will say that the prison is pretty cool and I enjoy it, but It's a little bit maybe on the longer side. It'd be nice if it was a little bit less long and it would be perfect. Right now I might have to take, you know, a point or two just for the super duper long length. Alright, so there's some sort of a forbidden zone, a huge door, and let's see what's behind the door. So there's some sort of a room with a gauge or something. I wonder what it does. I'm pretty sure we're gonna figure out. So apparently there's a primordial water down below, and this is like a pressure gauge essentially, and it's all the way at the red. So if it blows, it's gonna be a bad day throughout the Fontaine. Alright, things are starting to get interesting. I think the pressure is about to go off. It's breaking, and that's it. It went off. By the way, this water is deadly. Damn, this guy's strong, but not strong enough. He sealed the doors, but it's not gonna be forever. Nevilet is absolute giga chat, just comes in and be like, thanks for your work, I got it from here. Just, you can leave. Absolute giga chat, he just doesn't give a fuck. By far one of the coolest characters in this game, not even close. What is that? What the hell did the child see? What is that thing? And chapter 4 is complete. And chapter 5 begins. And so this is day 6, and let's begin this final chapter in this adventure. Well, I guess we're no longer prisoners. We served our sentence, now we can leave. It was 45 days, so pretty a lot considering we were just infiltrating. So unfortunately these two guys got caught in earthquake, and that earthquake sent primordial waters up their cave, and unfortunately they drowned in it. And as you know guys, that water turns them into water. So poor guys. Are we flying? What the hell is going on? I literally just hit this thing with the water and we went up. I mean, okay, I guess. But where the hell is this thing going anyway? Okay, is it supposed to help me to get this? Oh, okay, and he gonna give me a chest as well. Okay, got it. That's an interesting way to collect one of these, won't lie. Alright, let's head into the dungeon. What are these guys? Hello there, fellas. Unfortunately for you, I have this guy, so yeah, it's gonna be a bad day. He just shreds everybody. Okay, so this dungeon looks pretty interesting, and there is some sort of a hexagon-ish thing going on down there. Well, we're about to find out what it is. The bridge is falling down, so from here onwards, there's no way back. Oh well, hello there, fellas. Take this, and take a little bit of this. This whole place is just falling apart. So what's gonna happen now? Oh, it's a lift. Of course it is. It's always a lift, I swear to God. Interestingly enough, we are leaving this thing, so no idea what it is. But we're leaving to another area, but this looks so cool. Well, aside from few images, which is this, the prophecy, we didn't find anything extra interesting in here, but hey, I'll take a good chest. Oh, hello there. Haven't seen that face in a while. So apparently the Hydra Archon, Furina, has some sort of information that she's not willing to share unless we force her, and so what we're gonna do is just gonna put her on the court. I don't know how yet, but we'll figure it out. The things are starting to get interesting. He did his magic trick. Let another battle in court begin. So we're accusing her of not being the real Akron. Of course she denies, but we'll see about that. We're starting to put her into the corner, asking her to show her powers, and she just cannot produce any. She's already crying. The truth's gonna be coming out any second now. And she's declared guilty for misleading the citizens as being a Hydra Archon, which she's not. So the mechanism told she's guilty and she should be punished by death. Yeah, that's kinda dark. So you wanna tell me that all of Fontainians are actually Oceanids? The boss that I'm fighting for the materials? So apparently, indeed, these are the actual people of Fontaine. They used to be Oceanids. Indeed has the blood thickened. Holy fuck. What is going on here? The prophecy is coming to life. Even Nevilet is not strong enough. And here comes Child. He was inside of the thing this whole time. So that's the real Akron, isn't she? It is indeed quite a sad story, but a good story of how she upkept an act of being a god for hundreds and hundreds of years, just to make sure the prophecy doesn't come true and the people will be saved. And you do feel bad for her and sad and envy her, but that's just the way it has to go. She sacrificed herself to give back Neuvillette his full powers, and she released Furina from her almost eternal curse of 500 years, serving as fake Akron just to not fulfill the prophecy, and now Neuvillette will take this over. He got it from here. That was a very strong conclusion. The last act really picked up the slack. That was really good. That was a top-notch story. That was just as good as the heights of the Sumeru. But there's still one more thing we have to do. There's still a massive beast to defeat. We still have to defeat this massive thing. Okay, this is probably not gonna be easy, right? Okay, but this is super cool. Oh shit, he's about to eat us. I think we're gonna end up inside. Yep, we're inside of him. Neuvillette is taking over from here. Oh frick, what happened? Did the prophecy came true? I mean, it wasn't supposed to, because the real Hydra Akron sacrificed herself, but let's see what happens. Well, these guys did not turn into water, so that's a start. So I guess the prophecy did came true, but people no longer turn into water, so it did, but it did not as well. And they were ready for it. Oh, hell yeah, they definitely were ready for it. Look at this thing, holy fuck. The water is slowly turning back, and nobody turned into water, so... Indeed, they did defeat the prophecy. Everybody's safe. I must say that the end story of Fontaine region was an absolute peak. It is not a 10 out of 10, it's 11 out of 10 for the very end. However, the whole main story of this region is not as good as the ending. To me personally, Sumeru, the whole story of it was 10 out of 10 from start to finish essentially. In Fontaine, however, for me it starts at like a 7 but ends at like 11. You know what I mean? It like peaks, and it peaks really hard, but it also starts out much lower. So I don't know, on one hand, one is just from start to finish really freaking good. On the other hand, the other one at the end just completely peaks everything. That being said, both are absolutely top tier stories. Both of these regions just completely blow out of the water any other region. Like every other region, they're not even close. Like they're not even in the same like location. They're not even in the same zip code. They're just somewhere completely in the different continent compared to these last two regions. Story-wise, of course, I mean. Oh, and by the way, this region is just as long as the Sumeru, if not longer, so these last two regions, lengthwise, also blow out of the water every other region. I do believe length of these regions is one of the strengths of these regions, however, I also believe that they could have been just a tiny bit shorter. Not like Inazuma shorter, but maybe one act shorter, you know? But hey, as long as it's a good story, you can give me even more acts. I literally almost finished the story and I just realized that you can actually do stuff with this fountain here. God damn it. Usually it's a 3 or a statue of 7 or something, and this just looks like a regular fountain. And I had no idea you can actually sacrifice stuff to it. And that concludes the story of Fontaine. Well, the main story that is, of course. We still have plenty to explore, as you can see. Many upon many world quests and whatnot. So there's plenty still to do, obviously. And so that's it, guys. Although we still have a little bit of story going on, but as far as the main storyline throughout the regions goes, all the way from Mondstadt all the way to Fontaine, that's it. We're done with it. As far as what I thought of Sumeru and Fontaine, I already told you. I think that the Sumeru was absolutely fantastic from start to end. Fontaine, on the other hand, started slower and ended on an extremely high peak. I don't know which I liked more, but I personally think I maybe liked Sumeru a little bit more. And I asked you a question, which you guys do you liked more? And well, liking Sumeru more seems like a hot take because you seem to like Fontaine more, but hey, that's just my personal opinion. Neither of them are bad in any way, shape or form. And again, we're just talking about the main storylines. We're not talking about the regions themselves. That's a whole other video. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe, like. You can check out either of these videos. And otherwise, thank you for watching this long video. If you stayed until now, again, thank you. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.